look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said, you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? And I look on my snap. I take your man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this button, the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. That be late, waist snatch. That straight facts. Got lips like Angelina. Belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Hey, back on Monday for everybody. This is sweet Saturday. That just replies. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Yeah. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front. I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Houston Texans. Steven Gostkowski now has this one teed up, and we are underway from Gillette Stadium. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Watson on first down. Buying time to his left. Finding room at the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
To throw on second is Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Richmond.
On first down, Watson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Watson finds a seam inside the 40. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. from the red zone now. Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go up. No, 66. Here we go.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Shadow. Alpha. Right.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Wait. Shadow. 29. Alpha.
Throwing again. Brady. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brady now on 1st down. To Michel on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That one goes for 36 yards. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
72. Here we go. let's go.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
54, go. Right, we got it.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. For the Houston Texans, CD, as they come back onto the field here, you mentioned earlier that they've got to get back on track and quick. Well, you look at their next 3 games, at Indy, then home for Dallas and Buffalo. So what do you think, 3 winnable games?
I think that they are, but they better break them down and take them one at a time. But we have the luxury of looking at all 3. Indianapolis did go to Washington and beat them. And Washington's 2-1 in their division now. Dallas, you always have to tackle Ezekiel Elliott, and that's not easily done. And Buffalo, just when you think their season is gone, they blow away Minnesota this past week, so nothing's going to be easy. But if they expect to get back into their race, I think these 3 wins are a must.
And for Houston, 9 straight losses now dating back to last year. That's the longest current losing streak in the league. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They are going for it. Here's Watson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. Going deep for into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to go back to Edelman, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested 1st half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Let's go, let's go.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
29. Alpha. Check it. Go.
On second down, here's Brady. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's J.J. Watt. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Gronk that time. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. On second down, here's Watson.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Watson on third down, being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Richmond.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. John Simon in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Come back. Richmond.
Here's Watson now on second down. Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Watson, forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come back.
Now a first down throw. Watson escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Fuller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Looking to throw on second down. Watson eluding the pressure right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. He finds some open field here. He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit.
There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 76 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and long. It's Watson. Buying time to his left. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And give him a gain of 37. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's J.J. Watt, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. And now they
rush coming, and he's taken down. Adrian Claymore. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Watson looking to throw on second down. Flushed out right. Going deep for Hopkins. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. John Simon in there to get him for his second sack of the night. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's Michelle. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 96 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 20.